Hi, I'm Denny, the director of Vital Signs Ministries. In the context of Easter, German theologian Paul Althaus wrote, "The resurrection proclamation could not have been maintained in Jerusalem for a single day, for a single hour, if the emptiness of the tomb had not been established as a fact." Chuck Colson speaks on that same matter. Said Colson, "I know the resurrection is a fact, and Watergate proved it to me." How? Because 12 men testified they had seen Jesus raised from the dead. Then they proclaimed that truth for 40 years, never once denying it. Every one of them was beaten, tortured, stoned, and put in prison. They would not have endured that if it weren't true. Watergate, on the other hand, embroiled 12 of the most powerful men in the world, and they couldn't keep a lie for 3 weeks. You're telling me 12 apostles could keep a lie for 40 years? Absolutely impossible, said Colson. So with the resurrection of Jesus, we are not talking about myth. We're not engaging in speculation, wishful thinking, or any foolish allegory about a merely spiritual resurrection. The so-called swoon theory, made popular in the same 1960s silliness that gave us the Bermuda Triangle, the chariots of the gods, and that mystical charlatanism of Carlos Castaneda, well, that can't even stand the lightest scrutiny. No, Jesus was tortured and killed. He was wrapped in grave cloths and sealed in a tomb. Yet by the Father's power, Jesus rose from the grave, whole, hearty, and glorified. And through that resurrection, Jesus made available for all people the opportunity to have their sins forgiven as they trust not in their own efforts, but in His substitutionary sacrifice in their behalf. And for those who believe, those who make this all-crucial decision, they too have, as the promise of God, their own resurrection. As the 19th century Boston pastor Phillips Brooks put it, "Let every man and woman count himself immortal. Let him catch the revelation of Jesus in His resurrection. Let him say not merely Christ is risen, but I shall rise." Happy Easter.